Missouri. So we have got, now that we've talked about the top five Bears, we've actually got to talk about the actual Chicago Bears, who the Kansas City Chiefs play this Sunday at 3:25. That game
It all
is
comes back around.
at home, if I am correct. Yeah, we play them in Kansas City. The 0
Yes.
and 2 Bears. Justin Fields has yet to look like he did towards the end of last season, but neither do the Kansas City Chiefs. And so far, we have got some injuries. We are going to talk about them. It is Wednesday, and we obviously don't know what Thursday looks like, but so far we have got 5 DNPs for Wednesday's practice. Nick Bolton, Willie Gay, Kadarius Toney, and the two that have been talked about the most, Richie James and Isaiah Pacheco. Now,
Why has Richie James been talked about more than Kadarius Toney?
Richie James has been talked about the most because Andy Reid got up to the podium today and he stated that Richie James is expected to miss multiple weeks. This is a long-term injury, it is considered.
Did it happen in practice then?
I think it stemmed from the game, but I re-aggravated and got worse through this week.
Yeah, he went down pretty hard on one of those hits that he had. Can't remember if it was a punt return or what, but it did not look good.
I'm not remembering this, and I
His
watched the
knee,
game.
yeah, his knee is doesn't look good. It's looking to be a long-term injury, they're stating, as well as Isaiah Pacheco is a hamstring issue.
They said
They
it was
did
a
not.
contusion.
It is a contusion. It's
Not a,
possible that he plays. However, it is also the Bears. So if we're looking at having Isaiah Pacheco be fully healthy for the rest of the season, if it's that deep of a bruise, it might be best to just rest him this week.
Going to be pass heavy this week.
well, that sucks. I wanted it to be run heavy, and I wanted to start Isaiah Pacheco in one of my leagues. So
Well,
what the
go pick
fuck?
up Clyde.
He's on the sit-em. Don't worry.
I don't want. I don't wanna.
Uh,
I
the other
guarantee you he's
DNPs,
available.
the other DNPs that I talked about, Nick Bolton, Willie Gay, Kadarius Toney, all should be expected to play this week. Nick Bolton came back into the game. He's just got a slight ankle tweak. Willie Gay, quad issue, should be totally fine. Kadarius Toney seems to have a sprained toe or turf toe, most likely.
Turf toe is rough to deal with.
Tough, rough to deal with, but he did state that if the game were to have gone into overtime against the Jags, that he would have been able to come back in and play without any issues. So we really shouldn't expect too many issues out of Kadarius Toney there.
Well, I mean, considering like we've been saying, it's the Bears. We might want to rest Pacheco. If we're having issues with both of our starting linebackers, if the game's going well, don't you think we see a little bit more of Drew Tranquil and Leo Chanel
I'd
as
like
the
to.
game progresses?
I'd like to maybe go a little bit more nickel, bring Brian Cook down to that nickel spot, and we'll have Edwards play in his position up top. I wouldn't mind that.
I would love to see some more 3-3-5 sets and have Leo coming off the edge. He's looked good from that so far this year.
I like to see that. I'd like to see that. That's all, folks. As far as injuries for the Bears, they've only got 4 listed. Everybody practiced. Shouldn't be any issues on their end. I think I actually did see one of their tackles has been placed on IR for at least the next 4 games due to a neck injury. It wasn't listed on the sheet that I have here, but
Was that the rookie?
That was the rookie. I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but
Broderick Jones or something like that.
yeah, but it's not any of concern whether he'd be in or out for the Kansas City Chiefs anyways, especially with the way our defensive line is playing.
Yeah, watching Justin Fields just like uncork it, man, and just like start running all over the place against us.
I also what like we are that team, right? We've always been that team. No matter how good any individual player or group may be, whenever somebody is having a bad stretch of games, we are that bounce back team for whoever it's supposed to be.
We only play in weird games anyway, so every single game is always something weird happening.
That's the script.
Is that what we should be expecting from this week?
No,
No,
we should be expecting complete domination, but something's probably going to happen to get in the way of that.
As it always goes. No, I'm honestly expecting pass happy offense until mid third quarter. We're going to get these receivers right with Pat. He's going to get a lot of targets to Sky, to Kadarius, to all the guys out there, honestly. Get some chemistry this week. That's what I'm expecting.
I mean, I'm gonna conflict that a little bit. We saw the production that we had in the running game against a superior team in the Jags. The Jags are better than the Bears. Okay, all around. So that's including defense. That's including their run defense. We should get those offensive line, get those boys just like hyped, get them going. Like,
let them have a day.
Let them have a day. Yes. And I don't care who's running the ball. You put them behind those big uglies, and we're gonna get 5 yards of carry. If Pacheco plays, like I'm sure we'll see plenty of rotation, but this is going against a lot of my prior knowledge of the Chiefs and previous observation, but like I feel like this is the team to get like a steady mix going against. Okay, like we don't necessarily need to throw the ball 50 times in this game. We should probably run it around 30 to 40 times or something like that, because this is the team that we're going to be able to do that against. You build that confidence, and then you can unleash some shit the following week or whatever. This game doesn't need to be in the hands of Justin Watson and Kadarius Toney and the guys catching the ball. It really doesn't need to be.
I think if we're looking at in terms of like getting in and getting out as quickly as possible, keep the clock running, sure. But this is also a get right game. We haven't had a great offense. We haven't even had a good offense for 2 weeks in a row. This game right here, this opponent that we're going against is the perfect opponent at the beginning of the season when things aren't going right to get them right, to build confidence, to build chemistry, to get things on the right track. And that's why we're not going to see the ball run a lot, whether Pacheco's in or not. Whether it wouldn't matter who we could have Nick Chubb fully healthy with no dislocated knee and 5 torn whatevers. Okay. It wouldn't matter. Like this right here is the game where Patrick Mahomes gets on the same page, builds confidence with every single one of the receivers outside of Justin Watson. Justin Watson's probably going to go in, get himself 2 catches, and that's it. We're going to see a big game from Kadarius Toney. We're going to see another big game from Sky Moore. We're going to see Rashee Rice being on the field quite a bit in the second half because we're going to be up. Patrick Mahomes is still going to be throwing the ball. We may even see a little bit of action to Justin Ross.
I'm calling a Justin Ross touchdown this weekend.
This is the game where we get everyone right. We get everyone on the same page. The chemistry is built. As much as we shouldn't be throwing the ball around, Patrick Mahomes is going to be slinging it. We're going to throw for 47 times this game. We're going to have 0 turnovers. We're going to have 6 touchdowns.
Wow.
Those are your things that you should and should not expect. Shouldn't expect any turnovers.
6 passing touchdowns?
6 passing touchdowns.
I'm expecting.
Sorry, 5 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown from Patrick Mahomes.
I was expecting a defensive touchdown in there, but all right, I like that. So you calling 50 burger?
If the math is mathing, then the maths how it maths.
What the?
6 times 7, what, 42? So not a 50.
Not a 50 burger.
You're not counting in defense doing anything, special teams doing anything?
No. I mean,
You
they'll get
said no.
turnovers, but I don't expect our defense to come away with a touchdown. I expect
That's
them to get us
disappointing.
positive in the turnover ratio, though.
What are we right now?
We've had 0 recovered or takeaways at the moment, and we have 4 turnovers through 2
We haven't had
games.
any takeaways.
Unfortunately,
McDuffie this weekend, interception.
We had a no. There was a fumble recovery in the Lions game.
And the Jaguars.
was there? All right, so
Yeah.
we're -2. We're -2, so we get positive this week. Even easier. I had us getting 5 takeaways, so we'll get 3 and we're good.
Yeah, we are -2 right
5
now.
takeaways.
Right now.
That's a lot of takeaways.
We'll get
Is it
3
all
takeaways.
interceptions or
Dallas
fumbles or
has
what?
7
No, no,
total takeaways right now. God.
They also play in the NFC. And most of those came against the Giants. Who should we be watching for this game against the Bears? I listed every single wide receiver that is healthy and will be on the field for me. But who will you guys be watching?
I mean, you already heard from me with Justin Ross. He's getting a touchdown this week. I'm calling that. I'm
How many
Sean's
times are you going to
stamp
call
of
that this
approval.
season until it actually
Every
happens?
damn game.
All right,
I
so
want him to do
because
it every
Sean said
game.
it, fade Justin Ross this week.
Do it, don't do it. But I guarantee if you bet on that, the odds are super high for you. So it'd be a great payout. Parlay with something maybe, But defense over here, George Karlaftis. He's going to be up right next to Chris Jones, and they're going to be doing that push they did last week on the same side. That bull rush. That's all I can do, but damn it, he does it good enough to get there.
Look, going with what I am, I guess I could. It's not necessarily what I'm expecting. It's kind of what I'm hoping for. A run heavy offense that just stays steady. The players that I'm going to watch are both tackles. Minimize the penalties. If this is a get right game for anybody, it should be the offensive line, specifically Donovan Smith and Jawan Taylor. I know Jawan Taylor is actually graded pretty high in pass blocking, but let's cut out the penalties. Let's not even give the refs a reason to throw a holding flag. This should be a dominant game for our offensive line and keep those tackles under a microscope. I feel like the only notable player they really have on the defensive line is Yannick Ngakoue. So if we can keep him from putting pressure on Pat, we're probably going to have a good day.
Pibo just gave you a 2-for-1, his players to watch and his key to the game there.
Twofer.
Yeah, I mean, there's in this game specifically, there's not a lot that we need to do to actually win the game, outside of the penalties, like Tybo said, right? It's mental. This game, just making sure that not only is there consistency between Patrick Mahomes and the wide receiver group, but the mental mistakes are out of the way, the penalties are removed, and we get back on track with the rest of the season. That's going to be the key to winning this game. That's going to be the key to getting right for the rest of the season. This is the game for everyone to get on track.
My key to the game is just show up. Just show up, guys. That's all you need to do.
Don't take them lightly. Let's prepare
Yeah.
properly.
But show up.
Let's treat
Have
them
a
like
full
an
game.
NFL game.
But show up.
Come dressed. Bring your pads. Don't forget a mouthpiece.
Well, we have already picked the Thursday night game, and by the time you're hearing this, it's probably already played out. And you'll notice the two boys, other than me, are. Oh no, Sean actually voted with me, so Kaibo will be having a bad time again. But it's time to
Be
get into
surprised.
this Chiefs pick'em. Get up our handy dandy spreadsheet here. We've got the Bears who head into Kansas City and play the Chiefs at home. The Chiefs are 12.5-point favorites.
God, don't give us that big of a spread. God damn it. I'll go. I'm taking the Chiefs. Chiefs.
Score.
A lot to a little. More than 12 points.
Chiefs 35-3.
35-3. My goodness. Yeah, our defense is going to be having a field day. Obviously, I'm picking the Chiefs to
Get it?
cover.
Get it?
The only thing I can hope for now is all of us lose. Like, this is what happens when I pick with my head. Okay, I can't get ahead.
I did say 6 touchdowns on the day, so we're going to go 42-13. Tybo, do you have a score
points.
yet?
No, I said a lot to a little. I'm sticking with that.
50-0.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, it's not going to be the best of games, I don't believe. We all think it's going to be a little bit of a blowout, but it's a get-right game for the Chiefs, and that
Can be
is
fun for
something
us.
that we can be excited about because fantasy boys, hey, if you've got a Chiefs player this week, you might as well play him because Patrick's going to go to all of them.
Start them.
And if any of these rumors shit is true, the Bears are just going to be in fucking turmoil, man. Like, you can't be on the road against the reigning Super Bowl champions and have all this shit going on and play a good game. Okay, like,
and even if there's no validity to the rumors, you just lost your defensive coordinator. Like, with a few days left to go, it's Wednesday. You've got a few days left to go before the game, and you just lost the guy who's in charge of your entire defense, who needs to stop the reigning defending Super Bowl champions. It's not a good look already. Make sure you check out the NFL show because Sean is going to come at you with his just the tips so you can win your fantasy leagues as well. I'm going to be bringing you some parlays, and you can't miss.
You're only going to win your fantasy leagues if you don't follow his advice.
Hey, listen, that's the advice that you need. That's the advice that you need. Fade Sean every chance you get. Make sure you take my parlays. We'll see you in the next show. As always, go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs!